Hey guys, my name's Sleet here. Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to teach you guys how to make a forest map for your gorillatag Fangame. So first off, you're going to want to download Blender, and then you're going to be on this screen once you open it up. You're going to want to click General, where it says New File. You're going to want to click hold Shift, and you're going to want to drag your mouse to get all this. You're going to click X and delete the selected objects. Next thing, you're going to go up here, click that Z button, and you're going to go up a little bit. Then you're going to want to click Shift and A, and you're going to see this pop up. You're going to want to click Plane. Then you're going to want to size this up by clicking S, and you want to size it up. You can either do it like that, or you can click S and do 15. That's the best size. Then you can either click Tab, or you can go up here and click Edit Mode. My Tab button is broken on my keyboard, so I'm not going to do that. Then you're going to right click Subdivide, and you want to subdivide it like 3 to 4 times. I'm going to do 4. Then you want to click this icon up here, or you can click 2, and that's how you navigate through these. Then you're going to click the move tool. You're going to click aside, and basically you just want to select some of these and move them around. You can either rotate them, you can just move them around, etc. Now, if you want holes in your walls to different maps, they're like, you can basically you're gonna want to like leave like parts like this right here. So imagine you want that to be a shop and a spawn area. You're gonna want to leave that part like open, almost like where like there's like basically like room. There's like no like, you can put them on the edges. I recommend putting them on the edges, the little bumps on the edges, but then leaving the middle open for like a door. So like right there, open for a door to the shop or something. Then but I'm not going to teach you how to do that in today's video. You can hopefully find another tutorial that does that, but I'm just going to teach you how to make a forest map. And then you can also add something called teleporters to your game, where you basically teleport maps. So once you finish this, you're going to start selecting the edges. You can drag them or select them on your own. You can hold Shift and do something like this, and also you can just select them by holding Shift and clicking the edges. And when you're selecting them like this, make sure you don't get these inside ones and only the outside ones. You'll get that later. Now you have this big thing, and you're going to click E. You're going to click X, and then you want to extrude up. Now you can either make a capuchin style map that goes out like this, or you can just make a normal gorillatag map that goes like this. I recommend stopping at some points and extruding the walls out a little bit, so your players can actually like kind of climb walls easy. And then you're gonna want to keep doing that until like you reach like until right here. You want to like you want to move this down a little bit, start going up a tiny bit more, and then you want to move this in a little bit. And then you can also do something like this. You want to click E, and then you want to size it down, and you can also move it up like that. Then once you have all this done, we can move on to making some hills around the map. So you're going to want to click 3, or up here you want to click the face selection button, and you're going to start selecting some faces, maybe add some mini hills, stuff like that. Or you can also use something called the sculpt tool, which I think would be a lot better for this type of build. But if you want to, which I'm going to tell you guys how to use the sculpt tool if I can. It depends. Sometimes it doesn't work for some models. So you want to select all your walls real quick. And you also want to select like these parts too, top parts. And you want to make sure all parts of the walls are selected. Then you want to click P and separate or selection. Then you're going to want to click object mode. You want to click the plane go back to edit mode. Then you want to click A, and then, well, not A, and you want to try to go sculpting. So as you see, sculpting, it does work. So you can put down the radius, you can go downwards, you can go upwards. You can do a sculpting tutorial, but in this tutorial, I'm just gonna teach you how to do a basic map. So go back to edit mode, select some faces, make some hills, stuff like that. Make some taller hills. Make some even taller hills. And then do that, stuff like that. Okay, so now you have your base, the base of your map. Like the main stuff of your map. Now we're gonna move into texturizing. Or actually we're gonna move into editing the walls. Now by editing the walls, you can like move them in, move them out. They're already like that, but you can like move them up more. You can also add like slippery walls in Unity, but I'm gonna teach you guys how to add a tutorial area. So this is the only hole I'm gonna have in the wall. It's gonna be right here. Then you want to select these vertices right here, and you want to click E. You want to click Y, and you want to extrude out. Then you want to click E, S, and then scale it up a little bit. Then you want to move it up so like it's kind of normal. Never mind. You want to do that, and you're gonna have this big room. Or actually, you can even make it a lot bigger, so people can like actually try and like climb up and stuff. But I'm just gonna make it where you can do also where you click Z or SZ, and then it goes out like this, and then you click Y again, and it's a giant room. And then the face selection. Then you can also remove the ceiling or drag it up. I'm gonna drag it up. So then you have this room, and yeah, that's basically it. That's all you need. You can make it more, you can make it less, whatever. And then also you're gonna want to click Shift Z, and you want to just start selecting all this by clicking, hold, and dragging. You want to make sure everything on it is selected. Click P selection, bam. And then you can also double click, name these, spawn or whatever, walls, and then floor. Now we're going to want to start adding textures. We're going to start with the grass. So you can look up textures on Google or whatever you use. You can look up websites for it. You can do whatever. I'm just going to use my own. So you're going to go to the sphere down here. You want to click new. And then you're going to go to edit mode. You want to click all of these. Oops, that's not the right one. Now you want to make sure you're only clicking the floor. And you want to click all, new, assign. And you want to make sure it's the floor. You want to click on this little yellow dot, and you want to click image texture. Make sure you're on the sphere mode right here. As you see, this goes black because it's doing an image texture. You want to go to wherever your textures are, and you want to find your grass texture. Mine's right here. Then as you see, it might look kind of good, but it looks very kind of zoomed in almost. You can click U, UV unwrapping, and you can also go like this and size it up. You can size it up, you can size it down, whatever you want. I'm gonna size it out a little bit so it looks good. Next thing, you're gonna want to select these walls right here, and then you want to do the same thing. I would recommend joining these two together by clicking join, so I don't recommend separating them. You want to click all, assign, image texture, find your rock wall texture, whatever it's going to be. And then as you see, this one's messed up, so you want to click U, unwrap cube protection. As you see, it's now good, but I recommend obviously zooming it out a little. Click the UV unwrap tab, click A, and size it out. As you see, it's sized out more. You can do it a lot more in there. Then as you see, this is basically it for your map. As you see, you have a whole ramp or something that goes out, and then you have the forest. You can add trees and stuff like that. I recommend adding those in Unity, but it's your choice. So that's your map. Now you're going to click File. I recommend doing it as a save as a blend file so you can edit it later. So let's go Save As, Downloads. And you can name it whatever you want. So that's why I named it. Then you want to go back into your Unity project, and as you see, you're in Unity project. So now you're going to want to go to files. You want to find it. Then you want to import it like this. Then as you see, it's going to be right there. And as you see, it's very big. So you're going to want to size it down by a lot. Probably, I recommend making it like a little bit bigger than the thing. And also, if you want to size it accordingly to your player model, you can go to your resources, Photon VR, and you can drag in your player model, see how big it is towards the player model. So I think that's a little big, so we're going to size it down a bit more. I think that might be good. I think that is pretty good. I think that's like an accurate size of the gorillatag map. So now you're going to click UV unwrap, not UV unwrap, unpacking, which you probably know from my last tutorials. Then, obviously my lighting's turned off, yours can be turned on. But you're going to want to go to your materials folder, and you can create a new folder to keep it organized on the map. So I'm going to do that, map. I'm going to go into this folder. I'm going to get my 2 textures that I'm using. You might be using more or less. I recommend using at least more than 2. Or at least 2, sorry. And then you want to drag in your grass texture and also drag in your rock wall texture. Then you want to create 2 materials. You can either do this by clicking create twice, or you can just copy and paste the first material. Cool. And then you drag in the albedo, or you drag in the, oh my gosh. Okay, so you click grass wall, drag in the texture to albedo, change this to 0.0 filter, 512. Then you want to do the same thing with your rock wall. By the way, smoothness is basically the shininess of your textures. And then we can also remove this base now. And then we can we can move our player model up. And it basically works. And this is kind of dark, and that's because there's no lighting in the game yet. And it's just the normal Unity sky. So next tutorial will probably be a lighting tutorial or a different map tutorial. But that's going to end the video here, guys. Oh wait, no, actually it's not, sorry. So now you're going to want to go to your map. You want to go to both of them. You want to click add component, and you want to do mesh collider. Now, if you test the game, the player model's in here, and it works. Also, as you see, I forgot to say this in Gorilla, the last tutorial. I'm going to put it in the last tutorial. But make sure you remove this main camera right here. So, yeah. That's the end of the tutorial here, guys. Like, subscribe, hit the bell for some more awesome videos. Peace out.